At 5, except it's 7. I mean 6. Hi! Workout time! We're gonna exercise. Oh, goodness gracious! Yeah, close enough to decent framing. I mean, it's horrible, but it'll do. I like to get the fan cropped out. And I've done a terrible job of it. Okay, it's push day, guys.
Great job of it. That's perfect. Hi.
Let's march to start. Because that way we get blood pumping.
Terrible job.
Was anybody sore in their feet after all those weird squats onto the foot? You're the only one who could answer.
No, I was not.
I
I was sore in other places, but
Moi aussi.
my quads are sore.
Yeah, I'm gonna be feeling that one a little bit. It just holding plank, I might be aware of like hip flexors a bit today. All right, get excited. We're doing handstand push-ups today. If those are not in your wheelhouse, pike push-up. That's the downward dog push-up. This is the heavy move I'm talking. Is the handstand push-up today? Because it's push day, and push-ups are push day, and overhead pushing is on push day. Sometimes we mix it up. Sometimes we do like the heavier thing is a push-up, a horizontal motion. Sometimes the heavier thing is an overhead. Sometimes we press pretty hard overhead with the band. That's when it's enough. It's enough of that. Put the band around your wrists. Take a knee. Push the wrists apart, up and back. Up and back. As you go back, don't do that. Don't arch more. Just keep your core tight. You should almost feel your abs fire to stop your ribs from flaring. So, like when we anchor the band in the door, we lean over and we press forward so that we're doing an overhead press really heavy. Anyway, what we're doing today, the heavier stuff is going to be the overhead pressing, meaning the handstand push-up, and the lighter stuff, higher rep, will be pushing forward, and that will be bands. That will be horizontal pressing. How you doing over there?
Well, thanks.
Just for a moment, grip the outsides of this thing like an accordion. Go like that a few times. External rotation. Oh, I feel these like right away. Granted, they were already working when we were doing those overhead presses, but.
Hi.
2, 1. High plank. Good plank.
Me too.
Couple of scapular push-ups here. Shoulders back, shoulders forward. Shoulders back, shoulders forward. 3 more. Down, up, down, up. Last one, down, up. Just for a second, child's pose action. Just sit back on your butt. Well, I guess your butt is already, you can't sit on your butt. Well, yeah, you can. Ignore me. Listen to the birds chirping or something. Okay. Bear crawls. We're going together. I've decided.
Okay.
Get back.
Where are you going?
Stay low. Get those knees an inch off the ground. I hate these.
Why? You are a grizzly. You going back?
That's true.
What bear? If you could be a bear, if you were a bear.
Well, no, probably a zodiac. Because I don't like being cold, but they got that coat, so I don't think they get too cold even though it's cold.
I didn't know.
Get a long way there back. How about you, Panda?
I was thinking about that.
Or would you rather be a twink?
Yeah, panda. I don't know if that's what I'd be though. I'd probably be a grizzly. Let's be real.
Okay. Can you
Brown
remember
bear.
there? Brown bear. Like Petals, remember Petals?
Yeah.
When somebody shot him, he was that bear that walked on his feet.
Yeah.
Okay, get one of these bad boys in your low back. However heavy you want. I've probably gone too heavy, as has Alice. Press it down to the floor. I'll show you the side view. Oh my god, it's way too heavy. So we arch and round. Vomiting cat. And that.
Angry cat, put your belly button. Cow pose. Reach, adjust, forward, look up.
Very good cat. Do your best cat noise. There you go.
That noise is good because it goes for so many animals. It's like,
It
do your best vampire.
That's true.
Do your best cat. Do your best snake.
Do your best alligator. Theirs is creepy because it's still a hiss, but it's like deep.
Yeah.
It's like a deep hiss. Scapular push-ups in downward dog. So assume that pike position and then push-ups, but without bending the elbow. So it's just a shrug. Rise up. Big old downward dog. Head down. Head up. Down. Drive the butt back. Notice it's a V shape, right? And I move toward my hands in that V. I'm not going down like this. I'm going diagonal. And then push back. Push back. 4 more. 3. 2. And 1. Okay. On your feet. Relevates. Tap. Tap. Sean, what are you doing? It's push day. What are you doing with your relevates for? We got to do something to fill the time between this and the next thing. We haven't done these in a little while, even though I keep meaning to. I don't know how, 5 or 6 workouts a week and I still don't do calves. That's embarrassing. I mean, they work when you do other stuff, but we don't isolate calves. I mean, I'll be sore from, we've talked about this, I'll be sore from 1 or 2 sets of these. Maybe I just go eat calves.
Because you don't do them. That's part of your workouts.
And thus, I don't want to do them.
Hmm.
Catch 22.
That's it.
5, 4. I mean, we like to play to our strengths in a lot of things in life, and that's in the gym too. Like, you see those people who they love to do like certain stretches. Like, they love this stretch. This is a big one. It probably like is easy for them, so they love to do it. Or like people who stretch their hamstrings, their knee goes to their head, and it's all they ever do. Like Alice has that kind of mobility, but she stretches everything. She doesn't just do the things she's good at.
Not these days. They're stretching.
So not these days. These days she stretches nothing. Okay, downward dog, now some push-ups. This might be the heaviest you go with your overhead pressing variation. We will be attempting handstand push-ups, but y'all might stop with this. If it's too hard, pick a slight incline. So this would be way too high. But picture if you had a chair or something, you dive down, push up and back. See, I'm still trying to keep that V shape. All right, just a warm up, let's just do 10 pike push-ups.
Okay, you want to show?
Yeah. So it's like the shrug, but now I do bend my elbows. Head down and rise. Head down and rise. 10 of these. I'm going to show you one wrong. This is a common error. See, I just dropped my head like straight down toward the floor, like a regular push-up. That's not it. It's a gliding, diving push-up. One more. Yeah, in yoga, they constantly are going from downward dog to upward dog, and there's a little bit of that swooping motion on the way to it. And then in regular exercise, there's dive bomber push-ups. That's sort of like a hybrid. That's where you do. Wait, no, that's a real downward upward. Dive bomber. I think they go only to like there. See, it's like I'm starting. I have to Google it. We're not doing those anyway, so I don't even know why I bring it up. All right, catch your breath. Let's do one more calf. Oh, calf raise. Ready? No holding on. Just kidding. I'm gonna hold on the whole time. Good. Keep your knees straight. I don't know if I mentioned that.
Spread your toesies.
Spread your toesies.
What was I going to tell you? That swooping motion in yoga.
Yeah.
Is done, isn't. I know a lot of people do it. It isn't necessarily
Correct.
what many teachers would break down as being the proper approach to that. And you can sort of do that flow as like a specific movement and a specific type of working of things. But
Yeah.
when you're doing downward dog, high plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog,
Yeah.
it isn't that.
It's not a swoop.
Yes.
So maybe that is what I'm thinking of. The dive bomber thing might just be boom, boom.
Okay.
Let's Google. Google that for me. Pointed to the intern.
Exactly.
Should have given him a name.
Ralph.
Ralph. Google it.
All right, what are we doing?
Now it's time. The time has come.
The time has come.
And this is the thing. We have decided
Has come.
to do handstand push-ups. We are not going to use the wall. We are going to try to use one another. So Alice is going to stop my feet from going into the other room because I don't want to do the scorpion thing where my feet go overhead and I hurt myself. All right.
Tucking in our shirts.
Tucking in. So the way to do this, by the way, is you basically do like a long lunge as if you were, like you want to get way down here and then you just lift your legs. Don't think of kicking up. Don't think of like boom, boom. It should just be long lunge and then straight up. Hopefully that will be clear when I do this.
And why don't I face this way, you come in this way, so I can see you.
They're gonna see some of that. I guess you're right. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Here we
Really nice.
Thank you.
Squeeze my hands. Thank you. Squeeze. Stand up on the ceiling.
Here. One more.
So good. So good,
Nice,
buddy. Holy moly. If you do-
9.
That's great.
15.
If you do that with your partner and you're in my role, if you notice I wasn't like manhandling him, I was just there to like steady him. The way a wall would just be there. The wall wouldn't like grab you and shake you and pull you up and down. But that's awesome, Sean. I'm very impressed.
Mercy. Now, my question for you is, what kind of depth are you interested in? Because here's the deal. Alice is super strong in her shoulders. However, I don't think she has full-on handstand push-ups these days. I'm exceedingly out of breath. But I say you do quarters, maybe halves.
Okay. I think what's hard for me to know is how deep I'm going. When you do it, what do you look
My own depth.
at?
I let my head touch the floor.
You let
Or I
your
try
head-
to get my head to touch
Okay.
the floor.
Okay.
Would you like multiple pillows as a target?
Yeah. I mean,
I say just go start
I'll
small.
try. I'll
If-
try.
Honestly, just holding handstand is good shoulder work and core work. Like handstands are really good core exercise.
Yeah, let's just try it.
yeah.
I'll try to go as deep as I can, and then I'll take it to halves.
Great. I'm only going to be stopping you from flipping over. Set number 2, I may potentially give you assists. Okay. But this one, I'm just blocking you.
All right. Oops.
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. All right.
There it goes.
Very good. This guy, hey, that was good depth. That's really good. You're killing it. That's excellent.
Oh, my head's so far from the ground.
That's fine.
Yeah, but I want to be like
Tight
you.
abs. Good. Really good. Tremendous set.
I think so.
Great. And just everybody relax. We're doing 3. That was 1 each. We got 2 more. I'm gonna take another minute. So per second, well, I don't know, you did that so well. I'm on the fence about if I want to give you an assist. I'm gonna tell you a story. I forget his name, but there was an MMA guy. He weighed in, or MMA or boxing, it was so long ago, I don't remember. But he weighed in and he was over. And he did a trick that everybody knows is BS. But it's like they all wanted the fight to happen, so the opponent's camp didn't complain. Basically, he said, all right, I gotta take even my undies off. I gotta get on the scale naked. Because even the undies weigh something. He was like 2 pounds over. Like, there's no way the undies were the thing. But they hold a towel out like this so that nobody can see. And then he gets on the scale and he just, places his hands on the towel. See, I'm just getting on the old scale. And look at that. Now he's light enough. And they had to fight. And it's obvious he was pushing a little bit on the towel because they didn't just hold it there like the block.
Yeah.
They like they hold it taut.
Yeah.
But if the opponents really did, if his team didn't, they wanted to challenge that they could have, but they wanted the fight to happen. Big old purse, win or lose, they were making money. And pound is like, yeah, it's fine. I bring that up because of the idea of giving you even just a teeny bit could help. I was going somewhere with that. That wasn't just a story.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Option B, we might do just negatives, where I let you control the full weight, head hits the ground, and then I lift you.
I watched it on there. I was
Well, you're not happy. I said a quarter, and you went easily a quarter, if not half. I'm gonna say 3/8. Okay. Round 2. I haven't rested as long as I would have liked, but we're burning daylight here. We gotta go. So I don't know if I'll get 9 again, but I'll get what I can
You
get.
want me to help you at all?
No. Ready?
You want to take your shirt in?
Oh yeah. I don't want my roly-poly belly out. Okay.
Let's have the radiator behind you. Okay.
So you told me not to do. And I did it anyway. Here we go.
Keep going. Good job.
Okay.
Good job.
That's my hair. Good flare.
It's everything.
It's going crazy.
Your hair's everything.
Yeah, look at it.
Yes, it's special.
It's ludicrous. So, tied it back again. So you're welcome.
The queen.
You're welcome. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ben Franklin action.
Did you see how excited he got when I
Just
gave him that compliment?
Because you nailed it. That's what it does look like. It looks like one of those old. Yeah, I look like I mill things.
Right, exactly.
What
Right.
do we decide? I'll give you the assists. Give me good depth, and I'll give you a nice little assist.
Okay.
Oh no, you got this. You're really strong.
All right.
Pump you up.
All right, I'm gonna go over my other leg this time because the other time it was rough.
All right, here we go.
Yes.
Good. I'm giving you very little right now. Let's see if you go a little deeper. There you go.
It's good.
Pull those abs in. 2 more. 1 more. You're getting it. Come on.
Don't let me go yet. Like, we're friends. We're friends. All right, and you did so much about. There's an old.
You can hold. I'll lighten up.
So that was something.
When the going gets tough, this one gets laughing.
Thank you. So silly.
I love how we have tape delay though. That we're eating a lot of bandwidth.
But that's
It's
not
within our
just,
rights.
and it's not just us. Like it's just how systems are set up.
Yeah. No, I was just saying that we partially to check like what it looks like, the light and all that. We leave it running on that phone too, and it's like 12 seconds behind, if not more.
I don't really do it for the light. I more do it for my form.
That's partly why I check in there.
Are you?
I'm gonna go again, but in the
you're
meantime,
gonna
I'm
do your cat
resting.
phrases?
If you would like, you can do a 3rd set of calf raises. All right, you've guilted me. I'll do it. I need the rest. I need the recovery. Here, let's do them very turned out this time. Believe it or not, you can, by changing your stance, change how you target your calves. Medial or lateral or more down the dead center of it, more posterior of your calf. I heard it. So, I'm soon to, I'm gonna rest for a second. I'm soon to do my final set. This one is gonna be a drop set. I am going to do max handstand push-ups, followed by, I just did a pause. I'm now going turned in with my toes.
Same.
Look at that. I'm gonna go handstand push-ups followed by downward dog push-ups. So I'm gonna do 8 to 10 handstand push-ups, and then hopefully as many downward dogs. And then next up, after that, we're playing with this stuff.
Fantastic.
We're gonna do
Thumbs up. Double
Heck.
thumbs up.
fly. You're right, with thumb up, neutral grip. Pec fly, whole bunch of reps, followed by presses. And we're just gonna stay here and one of us will hold the other end of the band. We have decided that makes more sense than anchoring it in that door. But at home, feel free to anchor it in your door. And as far as the tension, if you have multiple bands, let's choke them together here. What did I do, Alice? It's like I couldn't do this if I tried. What even happened? It's like a headset, like when you put your phone in your. You see it? Do you see it?
Yeah.
This Gordian knot that I've got here. You did it. So connect them. Choke this one onto this one. I've been saying slip knot. Choke is actually the word a lot of people use, so I'm gonna start saying that until I forget. So I've got one. Now I'm gonna add another. I'm gonna go with this one. But whatever, if you have like a kit of like 4, you can even add. You can do all of them because we want those flies to be less dramatic of an increase in weight. We want it to feel pretty steady, pretty constant. All right, so that's ready for our next thing. But first,
Let's do this. Let's do this, Sean.
ready for me?
Mhm.
Same deal. Strict ones, no assist.
You got it. downward dog push-ups.
Right.
Is what he said. Nice job. Really good.
Yeah, but how's my hair? It's mushrooming.
I wish I could say really good. But I won't.
All right, so tell me what you want, what you really want to do.
The same as last time.
Okay.
I'm already starting to laugh. I'm sorry.
Good. Get it out now and during the set.
Yeah.
They say look in a mirror to stop laughing. I'm not making that up.
You know what I
I
mean?
don't have a mirror.
Mirror.
I don't have my mirror shoes on.
Okay. So we're gonna do this and go from there.
Tell you what, do this right into a downward dog push-up, set of push-ups.
Great.
And I'll give you the slight assist for a few of these. Go for depth. Nice. Okay, go deep. I'm with you. Nice. 1. Really good. That was very deep. Very good. Nice.
Okay, don't pull me up so fast.
Okay. Very
Ah,
good. I did
yes.
so little. Yeah, you could get these.
I mean, I kind of drop on the descent.
Oh, really? It's controlled.
Oh, okay.
One more.
Okay. Sorry. That you had to work a lot on. Sorry.
Those were really good. That was your best set. Now do a few down dogs. Yes, those were muy bien. Hey, Crystal. How do I wave at Crystal on your phone?
You can't.
I can't?
Not to her. You could
Oh,
just
right.
send an emoji. But you could talk to her in your phone.
That's true. Good.
Hi, Crystal.
You could do these. I think you've got some bands. And the previous stuff, the pike push-ups, you could be doing those. Okay.
Are you ready for flies?
We is. So, if you're just joining us, we're going to do pec flies now. We've got 3 bands all connected. I'm going to go right arm first. She's going to just put the band around herself in lieu of us anchoring it in the door.
So you want me to stand?
I'd say go back a little farther. So it still gets a bit heavier throughout the rep, throughout the range of motion. But it's not as dramatic as if I only used one band. So I'm just going until I get a nice tasty burn in my right pectoralis major. 2 more. Then you're staying put.
I'm going to back up more.
Potential. Okay, you ready? Now I'm going to do presses. So,
You mean backed up?
you're good. So this is what's called a mechanical drop set, where I did one exercise that only used one joint. It was an isolation. And then I followed it immediately up with an assist from the elbow. So now my triceps can help. Oh my gosh, I'm taking a second. Don't you go anywhere. Your turn.
Good job.
Excited?
Uh-huh.
Truth is, I could even add one more band. This is going to be very tough for you to do some flies, but I'm sure you won't giggle or anything.
I'm sure I'm not going to bend my elbow at all.
Right. All right, back I go. Huh? I'm debating. I'm leaning toward adding the red one. What do you think?
For what?
Oh, that was pretty good. I think you found a good balance.
It's so bad. Stay straight.
Well, a micro bend toward the finish is reasonable, considering that the load is still fairly high. Good, here she goes. Press. Don't lean over too far. I might have been, because we're trying to make it more pecky, less shouldery.
Got it.
More horizontal press, less vertical press. Good. Good stuff. Okay.
Great. Great.
Do great. Okay. You in there good? Sorry, I slackened.
Okay, I
because you're
was
applying.
silly.
It's a good way to commit. Spousicide? What is it when you kill your wife? You kill your spouse? I mean, it's homicide, but there's like a word for it.
Patricide.
Yeah! That's it! See how excited I got for that?
I know, like,
Yeah, I'm proud you got the word. Good for you. We've been killing it on Jeopardy lately. We got 9 yesterday and 10 the last game, I think. We play on you know who. I won't say her name because then she'll ask what we want. Not Siri, but. I'm gonna do one more. Okay. Und now I press this way. Sean, I feel these a little in my obliques. Yeah, that's correct. Because pressing with only one arm is anti-rotation. My abs are fighting. My obliques are fighting to not twist. They're keeping me here. Four more. Your turn, kid.
fantastic.
Fantastic.
Ba-dum-bum.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit.
I know, Sean does all this talking when he's up here. It's his thing. I'm sorry.
Some people talk a lot, some people look pretty a lot.
You do both. Except for your Quaker hair.
Quaker hair.
I got you and a guy in the oatmeal container. Quaker oats.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just some random, like, he's not a real person, right? Like, he's just some Quaker. Wasn't Nixon a Quaker? I think he was. Yeah. Milhouse. Richard Milhouse Nixon. I think he was a Quaker.
Huh.
Yeah.
Are there still Quaker communities?
Sure.
There are.
Yeah. I don't know how many.
But not as many as the Amish.
Correct. And I forget who or what. What are they? Amish or Mennonites, I think? Or are they two different things? A lot of sects. Pretty good.
Did you just make the struggle noise from me pushing?
Yeah. I do that a lot. I do that with clients a lot. Come on, you do two more. And come on, get that last one. It's because I'm empathetic. What's the yawning trick? If you find yourself catching other people's yawns, you may not be a psychopath because it means you have empathy. If somebody yawns and you just sit there, you might be a psychopath.
Are we doing another set?
I don't wanna.
Okay.
If you really want to, we can. I don't feel like
What else are we doing?
push-ups. Now we're just good old-fashioned mean potato, vanilla, American is apple pie push-ups.
What do you want?
We're gonna add the slider stuff, so they're in no way regular push-ups. So here's the deal. Oh, these are gonna be under my feet. You do not have to do this. I like to do push-ups with these under my feet because it lets you slide a little so that you can kind of coax where you want to be. Balls of the feet on these, hands on the floor. I'll go at a slight angle so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. If you only have one, you might be able to still do this. If you have socks on a hardwood floor, that'll work too. It doesn't have to be as slippery. You'll see what I'm talking about. You ready? Here I go. I'm just going to do a bunch of push-ups. See that? See how I can slide a little bit? I slide back, I slide forward. Back, forward. And I'm just going to do 37,000 push-ups. What's that, 8? That's 36,952 to go. 52.92. See? I got caught cheating.
Good job.
I'm taking a micro break and then I'm going to proceed.
Really good.
You'll be doing these as well, either like this or on your knees. Your turn.
On my knees to slide.
Yeah, your knees could be on the sliders if you so desire.
Yeah, I want to try it like that. Try it. Because I've tried it. So am I...
Walk everything forward, including the sliders. Just shimmy forward so your feet don't hit the bed. You got it. And move your hands forward just a little bit. Okay, now straighten out. Yep, okay, now as you descend, your knees will slide back. And as you push up, it will slide forward. Excellent. Keep those abs tight. Super. Just gonna go with the balls. Very good. Now there's actual pike push-ups, or I'm sorry, just pike ups, where you literally do just slide the feet in with each one, like what she just did. That could be the whole exercise. That's a whole other thing. Boy, does my hair look dumb. Look at it. It looks so stupid. I apologize for nothing. I regret nothing. Nice. This girl's getting a lot of push-ups. It's good. You're doing a pause set, a cluster set. The hell's that face?
all right, a few more.
A few more. All right. I like what I'm hearing. You can even do these in like a decline press variation where you would have your hands elevated on something. You'd be close to that thing and you would slide your left, show you with just my right leg. You would slide back and then push up. Slide back, push up. So like if I brought the old, our storage chest out here, I could do those. But I ain't gonna. I'm just gonna do this again.
Great.
Do you want to do your chin-ups now or at the end?
Yeah.
At the end. Okay, she's good. She owes us 5. I guess I've recovered enough. Actually, I'm gonna stay on the carpet. Just cause.
Very jealous of this.
Try keeping a little more weight forward on the next one,
Uh-huh.
as opposed to back here.
Yeah.
I do kind of get stuck back there.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Like think this part,
Uh-huh.
this solar plexus, or these ribs here going toward your hands, as opposed to up here.
Cool.
So like I'm out in front a little bit.
Yeah. Do you think about that for every push-up or just this variation?
Just this variation. And planchy things.
Yeah.
Some bench pressers talk about that. When they're benching, think of pulling the bar sort of down there a little bit. They don't do it necessarily in competition, but for joint health or for just the tons of volume that they have to get, they'll play with those kind of variations. Yeah, keep your hands there and just move your head forward now an inch. Yeah, and then as you come down, maybe. I messed you up. Go ahead.
I mean,
you're doing very good push-ups, by the way. Like slider notwithstanding or whatever. Good job, man.
thank you. Ooh. I don't have the coordination really, like when to pull the thing in.
Right.
It's like weird.
I mean, one image is pull yourself up as you're sliding in.
Yeah.
Like pull yourself forward.
Here.
And now drive everything forward at the same time.
Yeah. It's like I don't need to bring my legs in. That's the thing. Like I feel like it's a falsity,
Uh-huh.
but like unless it's like do it for abs. If I'm doing it for abs, then I'm like, okay, it's for abs, which is awesome. But I just feel when you do it,
It looks like it makes more sense.
yeah, I'm like dancing with 2 left feet right now. I don't know why.
It could be an individual anatomy thing, an anthropometry thing. One person, a certain exercise makes sense for, is easier for, or harder in a good way for, and then another person doesn't make sense. Could just be joint or bone length differences, muscle insertion differences, sex, gender differences. Good.
All right.
Cool. Triceps.
Great.
You hold. Me sit. You here.
Now, hold on. You're going to do press and rehab. I know. Going to do.
Yeah, I did.
The head is still on it. You may stand or sit.
Yes, stand.
Okay. Ah, 2 bands?
Yeah, only 2. You can do 3, but partially because we're not anchoring it, and partly because I do want a little more dynamism in the band. Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, I'm gonna just mess up my hair. Okay. You feeling sturdy?
Uh-huh.
How's the plant?
The plant is fine. It's out of your way.
For once.
You're the one
That was a dig on me. That was not meant to be a dig on the plant. I've knocked that plant over twice now. It just can't find a home that I don't destroy it.
It needs to be repotted. So we have a few plants that need to be repotted, and I painted the plot pots. We just need to buy more soil and have it. We'll do it tonight. And yeah, then they can.
Give me just a teeny bit more.
Then all of the plants will have new homes.
I'm going anywhere.
Good job.
You're not going to want to do your chin-ups after all this.
I just have to do
5.
today.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily have to be right after this workout. So like if I do start them and like I'm not even budging,
Yes.
then that's a real thing. But I will do them. I even set up the bar already. So I did them last night and they felt heavy. It was rough.
So I am done actually, I'm done. I don't want to do another tricep. You may if you so choose, folks. But I think we're good. I feel well worked. Let's steal Alice's phone and read what time it is. It is 7:04, and we started at 6:17 and 18. So we're bringing it in right on the money. It's like with film and film and TV. So for the longest time, the running times of dramas and comedies was really specific because you had to fit X number of commercials in there. And the idea of going longer or shorter was like verboten. Well, now with Netflix, like, all right, they have their goal, 22-ish minute comedy or whatever it is, but they can be all over. You're not trying to make room for commercials. It's like that with workouts. We make them a half hour, an hour, or 45 sometimes because it's based on class. But for like, and with my sessions with people, they're an hour because I train people for an hour or a half or whatever. But let's face it, it's arbitrary. It runs as long as it needs to run. As long as it's intense. You don't hang yourself. Oh, how'd you do that? That was some David Copperfield stuff. I thought it was here and suddenly it was on the ground. Maybe I should put my glasses on. What she said.
Bye.
Hitting end stream. Good night, Moon. Good night, you.